4 days ago, we had reports that Mark Pope was trying to get another exhibition game. That exhibition game has now been revealed. It's Georgetown coming to Kentucky to play at Rupp Arena. The way Mark Pope had framed it a couple days ago, he was gassing up the Purdue game. Purdue's the number one preseason team. They're also coming to Rupp for an exhibition. And Pope was asked about how great of a game that was, and he was like, "Yeah, it's awesome. Love testing our team. Number one, it's going to be great." Also, not to tease it, but we got another great game that we're finalizing right now. We're lining them up. It's going to be great. Well, the huge reveal is that the other great exhibition game after playing number one Purdue is playing the Georgetown Hoyas. Does Georgetown, as currently constructed, Riley, does that qualify as a great exhibition game for Kentucky?
No, it does not, Greg. And even more so, I would say, when you think of the premier programs in college basketball and sort of the way Pope was teeing this up, I think I'd probably get like 40-ish schools before I might consider the Hoyas. To further illustrate this point, does the song Irreplaceable by Beyonce mean anything to you?
Means a lot to me.
Do you know when that song came out, Greg?
Ooh, my best guess, 2007.
Legendary. It was the number one song in the country in 2007.
That's
Great
huge.
guess. You know what else is significant about 2007?
Is that the last time Georgetown did something?
Is the last time Georgetown made the second weekend, which to their credit, they made the Final Four that year. Tip of the cap to John Thompson. But yeah, this is I don't know if I would say this is a premier program. You can't knock Pope because he's not ducking smoke with like bringing Purdue in for the exhibition, but just like communicate this a little bit better, Mark. Come on, man. Don't tease it this way.
I've joked about this on other videos this week, but this is a true telling takeaway for me from this offseason. Mark Pope can sell anything.
Yeah, it's fair.
He's got everyone under his wraps in the palm of his hand, just eating out of it. He's got us in a spell. And I say us because I'm part of the people in the spell. When Mark Pope talks right now, I'm like, yeah, that guy, yes, uh-huh. And then I step back sometimes, I'm like, oh, he's making shit up. Wait a second here. Now there's not a ton of other examples of this because I think Mark Pope's a very genuine human being. He's certainly not lying. I'm sure in his heart of hearts, he's very excited about the Georgetown exhibition game. But it's like so perfectly on brand for Mark Pope right now to be asked at a press conference about the number one team in the country. And then to immediately, rather than talk about how great that is, to just be like, well, we got another one coming. Like we are Kentucky. We're doing more than you. You don't expect it. Georgetown's not good at basketball. Let's just be clear about that. They're not good. They haven't been good. They're in year three of that Cooley era for this year. They're coming off of an 18 and 16 season. That was their first winning season since 2018. Like that, this is a program that's been mired not even in mediocrity, but in disaster. And they should have been better than 18 and 16 last year. The Big East was not all that good. Malik Mack's a very talented player. They have Thomas Sorber, a likely lottery pick. And I don't mean to disrespect. It's not about who Georgetown was last year, but um, look, I get it. They're a big brand, big name. It's not a big time exhibition game. It's just not. And that's okay, right? We don't
Mhm.
need to bill everything as like the greatest here. This is a very average exhibition game. Kentucky's going to beat the shit out of Georgetown. Hopefully, it will be televised and we can break it down. And then they're going to go have a real battle with the number one team in the country in Purdue.
The funniest part about like Mark Pope being able to sell anything, if you go and look at the replies on Twitter when they announced this, like it's met with universal praise and acclaim, like a lot of bangs. And I like this. I love this. I love you, Mark Pope. I like it. Love it. Dope. I'm so freaking excited. That is like, those are all the early responses to this. He's getting praise. And I get it, man. If Mark Pope was my coach, I'd probably be equally as excited. If I had the roster that even with the question marks, it's just like there's so much potential for exciting players where if you squint and you see the vision and Jelon Lowe hits a ceiling and Colin Chandler hits a ceiling and Jaden Quaintance hits a ceiling, it's a freaking awesome team. Like I get it, but yeah, as a whole, like you're saying, it's Pope just has a way with words, I guess, because this is they should win this exhibition by 20.
To be clear, I expect or I respect it, right? I respect
For
Mark
sure.
Pope for playing it up this way. This part of the job is being a salesman. Part of the job of being the head coach of the biggest brand program in the sport is selling everything impeccably well. Mark Pope's done a great job of that. Kentucky fans should be really excited about this because they're going to win by 50. You said 20. I think that's low. They should be really excited about this. And last note from me, this I'm going to do a little metaphor here, or I guess it'd be analogy. What's it? Simile? It's using like or as. Is that a
That's
simile?
a simile, yeah.
I'm gonna make a
Yeah.
simile here. Um, Selling Georgetown as a huge exhibition game is like selling Denzel Aberdeen as an awesome starting shooting guard. Right? Okay, Mark Pope. You did it, buddy. Okay.
Great simile. Sure, we won't get any pushback for that one.
But hey, the important part here, they got Purdue the exhibition. That's as good as you can do.
For
And you're going
sure.
to get Otega Owe back at shooting guard, and that's as good as you can do.